today's episode of Clapped Out Cars with Cleatus, we take this clapped out Volvo 240 85 edition and slap in a Hellcat from this car. Ha ha! That'll teach Dodge to give me a car. Won't it though? That's right, folks. Our donor car is a 240 Volvo wagon, otherwise known as the Estate. Now, this car has seen some work already. It wasn't just something I picked up off of the auction floor side. I had to do some work to it. But other than that, it ran. Believe it or not, the motor turned over into it. It had a puny little LS1 V8 in it. Let me tell you, that thing was wore out. Whoever had this car before us put this car through the test. Now, we're going to turn this into a track kind of drag car. That's the whole purpose of it. And well, we accomplished that today, and man, does this thing cook and book. Oh yeah. I hope you boys enjoy it, because it's going to get fun today. You looking to soup up your ride? Well, especially that clapped out one sitting out front on the blocks? Oh yeah. Well, check out Tune Up Tuning Shop. They got a whole new website and everything. They've got everything you need, from air cleaners to camshafts to cam gears to pulleys to everything. Oh, you name it, they got it. And guess what? Use promo code CMS2021 promo and get a discount on me. That's right. You want to support the show? Then buy your speed parts from Tune Up. Now, the car we started out with basically had no front doors, no hood, no side panel or back quarter panel. It was missing a lot of parts to it, but the damn thing turned over. I was really shocked on that one. Just needs some fluid in it, some oil, things like that. So we got that taken care of. Now, the motor that was originally in this was an LS1 rated at about 225 horsepower. Not a lot of power. Pretty good amount of torque. But this thing had seen better days. This car was originally built, I want to say, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and then finally just set somewhere after erected. As you can tell, it's missing the doors. Now, this car was used as a drifting car. The guy before it was just going for little low horsepower, big torque numbers, and be able to swing around the back end of the weight. And it did pretty good from the looks of it. But with this Hellcat in it, it's really going to sing. Now, anytime we're working on a new car in the shop, we always take it back here, get it washed up, clean up the interior the best we can. You want to get all the damn rat turds out of it you can. And believe me, this thing was filthy. I think it'd been sitting out in the desert for who knows how long after I got a hold of it. I don't know. I feel like it just got plucked out of there and just brought down to the auction floor. I don't know if somebody just picked it up or what. They tried to flip it. I'm not going to complain though. I only paid $2,500 for it. And it was worth every penny of it. And once we got it cleaned up, I'd already ordered body panels for it because I knew what it needed. Those came in the day before, so I got everything prepped and ready to put on. So we went and installed all the pieces we were missing. Front doors, the windows. We didn't get a windshield, we're still trying to get that. But pretty much everything else we were able to get put onto the car, be able to get mounted. Now, at the end of the day, the car looked beautiful. Next thing to do was we had to pull that motor out of there and get that weak, anemic 225 horsepower out of there. But first, I wanted to know how much power this thing was really putting down. Now, I was really surprised, based on the condition of the overall car, that motor would turn over. But after I checked everything, it just needed a little bit of oil in it. So we went ahead and filled the oil up, checked everything else, and topped off all the rest of the fluids, like I said. After we did that, we kind of gave her a little overall inspection, kind of see how things were doing. Then, we took her to the dyno. And let me tell you, I've never been more disappointed. It's like a high school prom date all over again. It just didn't work out for me. You know what I mean? Man, this thing's amazing. Yep, you read that right. 167 horsepower, 276 pounds of torque. That's just pathetic. Hey, we may drive clapped out rides, but we still like to see them shine sometimes. So check out 50/50 Rims, their online website, Order now. Now, our donor car was a 2015 SRT Hellcat wide body. Now, we got it. We had some fun with it. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of tore it up a little bit before we did everything else to it. We did test out another one though. Once we got it back to the shop though, it was time to start pulling everything out of it. And when I mean pulling everything out of it, we gutted this thing out completely. Now, before we could get to gutting, we had to drain some fluids out of it. I went ahead and did the oil out of the Hellcat, went and took the oil out of the Volvo too. We wanted to get everything both prepped side by side. So while I worked on one, the guys were working on the other, going ahead and get everything set up. Now let me tell you, taking a motor out of a car is easy, but it's not. I mean, we had to remove a lot of parts on this thing just to get it to weasel out. Thank God it's a newer car, so pulling the bolts off of it was not near an issue we had like we did with the Volvo. Almost every one of the Volvo bolts were either rusted out, either a WD-40 tried to get them out, or we just had to blowtorch and cut them out. So always have extra bolts on hand to replace some of the ones you have to cut, because you know you're going to have to on a clapped out car. Let's just be real about it. Now the Hellcat itself, oh man, amazing feat of art. Driving that thing was a lot of fun, especially when you turn traction control off. That thing will roast tires on command. Never driven a car that you just romp on it and it just automatically break tire, just obliterate it. Beautiful art, beautiful art. Now with all the fluids drained, we were able to get the SRT back on the ground and start getting ready to pluck out the heartbeat, the soul, if you will, of an amazing piece of work of architecture. I'm telling you. So we're going to be taking the motor and the transmission with this thing. I went in and ordered a new drive shafts, cut the specs, be able to match up the clearance on that. So we should be pretty good to go on all that. I'm hoping at least. You never know though. This is clapped out cars. Shit can happen. Now before we could get the motor out, we still had to take off all the body panels. The deal was with this car was it was going to be smashed, be crushed. There was problems with it, body defect in the chassis or something on it. I could feel it driving it. It didn't feel quite stable 100%. It felt like it wasn't handling right. And basically what happened was the chassis and frame on it was warped somehow. I don't know how, don't want to know, don't care. Somebody in the shop, I guess at the factory, had a little too much fun with it. So we told them we'd go ahead and part everything out of it, but we took all the body parts we could off of it. Front facade, headlights, everything else. The core thing that was getting trashed was just the frame itself. So we took everything off of it. We might do other things to those parts, I don't know. We might find an old wrecked one, see if we can't put one back together. I don't know, but we'll keep the parts till then. We got to keep everything else out the car. Now with the Focus complete with the SRT and the Hellcat, we moved on to the Volvo, start getting everything taken out of it. We then removed the drive shaft, the half shaft, and everything, and moved out the transmission and the starter off of it, and got the front downpipes off of it so we get the motor ready to be pulled. Believe me, that V8 never, ever screamed to be liberated more than it did that day. That thing just needed to get out of there. It just was done. Let me tell you, once you put out 167 horsepower and you're that wore out and clapped out, it's time to go to a better place. That's probably going to be to a rebuild kit, and maybe we can polish and port that thing out and make it into something like, maybe make it into something better one day. You never know. But this one, with the Hellcat in it, oh, I don't know. I'm just kind of, part of me scared of it. Part of me is just intrigued by it. It's kind of like running at a train. I don't know. Some things just not right to do. Now, while we finish up on the Hellcat and the 240, I figured I'd show you my 57 Delray gasser. This is a Delray Custom. Got it probably about 25 years ago. The guy I got it from had converted over to a gasser, but he still had the stock 350 in it. Was a very pathetic engine. I mean, I'm telling you. I went in and slapped a 426 Hemi in this bad boy. It puts out about 468 horsepower, about 730 pounds of torque. And let me tell you, this sucker runs. Now, can it do more than that? Oh yeah. We're going to be doing some capacity tuning to this sucker. And we're going to make this thing scream. Still got some suspension to do to it. We still got a lot of other things to do. This thing will almost wheel it. I mean, it's close to it. I think we might be able to pull it off. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, with everything done, ready to go, we slap that motor in there. And boy, does it look like it fits perfect. I'm telling you, it's like that little engine bay was made for a Hemi to be shoved up in it. We had to do too much modification to it. We did have to make some custom mounts or whatnot, cut a little bit of the firewall, but it fit, surprisingly enough. That I was shocked about. Now, as we went through the list to check off everything we needed to get done, fluids was on the top. So we went ahead and put some windshield wiper fluid in there. With no windshield, makes sense, doesn't it? But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we went ahead and topped off the radiator fluid, oil, power steering, everything, and got this thing ready to go. Had to check on some of the wiring, make sure that the harness is set up right. We had some problems with getting some spark electricity. Ground wire was wrong. Yeah, that shit happens. But we ultimately got it working, and man, this thing screamed alive. Let me tell you. Now, I wasn't expecting this thing to do the same numbers a normal stock Hemi would do, but boy, I was pleasantly surprised. So we put down 567 horsepower and 713 pounds of torque. I'm not going to lie. That's just a stock motor. Well, it's not stock. It's supercharged. That's a Hellcat. That's all you can say. Wasn't too far off. Now, a lot of that can be regained by fixing the exhaust system and getting a better one. Doing better headers on it and whatnot, I think would be ultimately what we need. Because the exhaust system shit on it. It's still all just nasty. So we still got a lot of work to do to this thing. But right now, let me tell you, this thing drives like a beast. Oh, look at this filthy piece of crap. This looks like a dried up moldy turd. Well, you know what I got in store for it? Hanama. That's right, Hanha. Best pressure washers out there. I'm telling you, they get the dirt off. And you combine it with Master Blast soap suds, oh my God. You get that sparkly clean. And I'm telling you, brand new clean. I mean, look, the before. I'm telling you, looks almost brand new, doesn't it? That's not a clapped out ride. That's a clean ride. You know what I mean? Ham Hall. Best power washer out there. I'm telling you. So we saw where the weaknesses were on the handling of it, but I wanted to know how fast top speed this thing could get up to. Boy, did this thing move. And not only could it move, just like that Hellcat we tested out, this thing could burn tire like nobody's business. Oh, man. Artwork. That's all I can say. Artwork. The only thing I guess I could say about this car is perfection in a doggy bag, maybe from like McDonald's. I don't know. It's an amazing technological feat. That's all I can say. You got a lot of power, a lot of tire smoke, but boy, this thing handles like a box. I'm telling you. I think we could get some better performance out of it. It just needs some new suspension to it. And as we could tell taking out there, as you could see on the track, I mean, what's the takeaways? Better brakes by far. Keep traction control on, because I turned it off halfway through the race, halfway through the track, and oh man, that was a mistake. Get a windshield for it. That's a definite. We're going to need to work on the suspension and tightening it up. And I think we could turn this thing into an amazing performance. So what's next on the list? Well, we'll see this in another episode. But I think we're going to be working on the suspension on it and getting it tuned for a little bit better performance. And then, eventually, we're going to put some power into this bad boy. We're going to turn this into at least 1,000 horsepower car. And we're going to put this back on the track and see what we can do. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's just one of those days. Just a Hemi and a 240 Volvo. What can you expect? Till next time, hope you guys enjoyed our first episode of Clapped Out Cars with Cleatus. Tune in for more.